Oro, 2016, directed by Alvin Yapan, true story-inspired film about a remote mining community in the Philippines. May tension from the start, pero habang tumatagal, it escalates into pure horror, not supernatural, but political and human. Ang twist, hindi fiction, ang violence sa dulo. The massacre scene is based on the real-life Gata 4 massacre, kung saan pinatay ang 4 na lalaki ng isang pseudo-environmental group. The film doesn't sensationalize it. It shows how the powerless are left to fend for themselves. The twist is not unexpected, but unacceptable, which makes it more haunting. General Luna, 2015, directed by Gerald Tarog Isa. Ito sa pinaka-iconic na historical film sa Philippine cinema. From the beginning, ini-establish ni General Antonio Luna bilang isang fierce, no-nonsense general na willing makipaglaban sa mga Amerikano para sa kalayaan ng Pilipinas. Pero habang tumatagal, mapapansin mong ang tunay na kalaban ay hindi lang ang mga dayuhan, kundi mismong mga kapwa Pilipino niya. The shocking twist, si Luna ay pinaslang ng sarili niyang mga tauhan under orders ng kapwa niya opisyal. Hindi siya namatay sa battlefield, kundi sa kamay ng mga taong dapat kakampi niya. Ang scene na ito, brutal at sobrang painful panoorin. It's a tragic reminder na ang betrayal minsan galing mismo sa loob. A commentary na relevant pa rin ngayon sa politika at sa divided loyalties ng mga Pilipino. Kita-Kita, 2017, directed by Sigrid Andrea Bernardo. Cute love story sa simula. Girl becomes blind due to heartbreak. Boy helps her find joy again. Leah at Tonyo had such great chemistry na parang feel-good rom-com lang to. Pero ang big twist, Tonyo dies before Leah gets her eyesight back. Tapos dun lang niya nakita lahat ng effort ni Tonyo, yung sacrifices niya, at kung gaano siya kamahal. Hindi niya man lang nasabing mahal niya rin si Tonyo habang buhay pa siya. Bigla na lang, wala na. The ending isn't just sad, it's deeply existential. Pinaparealize nito sa atin na minsan, yung taong pinakaimportante sa'yo, dumaan lang saglit. Pero habang buhay mo siyang maaalala, sana dati, 2013, directed by Gerald Tarog, mukha siyang wedding film. Akala mo kwento ng babaeng ikakasal, pero nagdadalawang isip. Pero habang in-interview siya ng videographer para sa wedding footage, unti-unting lumalabas na may malalim siyang pinagdadaanan, which is grief. Ang twist, yung videographer ay may koneksyon sa kanyang dating lover na namatay. Hindi lang ito tungkol sa wedding jitters. This is a woman haunted by a past love she never truly let go. The wedding becomes more of a symbolic burial ng past, at the tension is subtle but powerful. It's not a loud twist, but it's emotionally devastating. Feng Shui, 2004, directed by Chito S. Ronyo, classic horror movie, pero deeper than you think. Joy finds a bagwa mirror na akala niya ay pampaswerte, pero nagdadala pala ng kamatayan. Ang twist, hindi lang ito simpleng cursed object. Lahat ng tao na napupunta ang bagwa ay tinatarget base sa kanilang Chinese zodiac sign. Ang deaths ay symbolic at nakakakilabot. Pero the real terror, the curse keeps going. No matter what Joy does, the bagwa finds a new victim. It's a chilling movie about how blind pursuit of fortune can lead to destruction. Parang warning na kapag masyado kang umasa sa swerte, you ignore the danger signs until it's too late. T-Bird at Ako, 1982. Direktado ni Danny Shelchita. Akala mo romcom lang, isang abogado, naglalaro ni Nora Aunor, at isang dancer, Vilma Santos, na nagkakakilala sa isang kaso. Pero as their bond grows, you begin to suspect may romantic tension sa pagitan nila. Ang twist, the film, subtly tackles same-sex attraction during a time na sobrang tabu pa nito sa Philippine cinema. Hindi siya overt, pero very layered ang storytelling. It makes you question traditional gender roles, love, and morality. Yung pagiging T-bird or lesbian sa panahon na yon was painted with stigma. Pero the film didn't shame it. Instead, it explored it with depth and nuance. Babae at Baril, 2019, directed by Ray Red Cuento, ng isang sales lady na laging api-ay, tahimik, invisible sa lipunan. Pero isang araw, may nakuha siyang baril at doon nagsimula ang shift. The twist, hindi siya naging evil, pero nagkaroon siya ng sense of control na ngayon lang niya naramdaman. It's not a movie about violence. It's about desperation, rage, and how women are pushed to the edge. It forces us to reflect, anong klasing mundo ba ang ginawa natin na ang mga babae kailangan pang gumamit ng dahas para lang mapansin. Extra. 2013, directed by Jeffrey Jeturian, starring Vilma Santos as a beat player sa mga teleserye. Akala mo light comedy, parody ng showbiz life. Pero habang pinapakita ang daily grind ng mga extras, may unti-unting shift in tone. The twist, the film isn't just about one woman trying to make it. It's a commentary on how the entertainment industry exploits people behind the scenes. The extra is symbolic. Lahat tayo, in one way or another, extra lang sa sistema na hindi tayo pinapansin. The last scenes are heavy, nakaka-offend, nakaka-frustrate kasi alam mong totoo siya. Rainbow Sunset 2018, directed by Joel Lamangan. Isang matandang lalaki na inamin sa kanyang pamilya na siya ay may long-time gay partner. The twist here isn't in a single scene. It's the entire concept. Imagine a traditional Filipino family shocked to find out na ang kanilang lolo ay hindi lang tatay, kundi may decades-long love affair with another man. The film explores themes of late-in-life identity, family acceptance, at love that defied both time and society. It's powerful not because it hides the twist, but because it reveals it from the start, then lets you absorb the emotional impact little by little. The Healing, 2012, directed by Chito S. Roño. Typical Pinoy horror movie, may albularyo, may multo. Pero habang pinapakita yung mga gumaling sa healing session, bigla silang nagkakaroon ng sinister doubles, evil versions of themselves. The twist, hindi sila gumaling, nadoble sila. And those doppelgangers, they're killing machines. Psychological horror na may spiritual commentary na minsan, ang akala mong lunas, siya palang unti-unting pumapatay sa'yo. What kills you might actually destroy you. Honor Thy Father, 2015. Directed by Eric Mati crime thriller starring John Lloyd Cruz as Edgar. Kasama siya sa isang networking scam na nag-collapse. Pero ang tunay na twist, Edgar isn't just trying to fix a financial mess. He's slowly unraveling how deep the corruption goes, even inside the church. Yung eksena kung saan ninakawan nila ang simbahan, gulat na gulat lahat. Symbolic yun ng desperation and rage against a system that uses faith to exploit. Respeto, 2017. Directed by Treb Monteras. Akala mo hip-hop movie lang about underground rap battles. Pero habang tumatagal, the story becomes a powerful commentary about violence, poverty, and the legacy of martial law. The twist, yung mentor ng bida, si Doc, turns out to be a martial law victim. At habang nagra-rap battle ang bida, bits and pieces of Doc's trauma surface, nakakatawang bar lines become protest lines. Bliss, 2017, directed by Gerald Tarog, psychological horror, starring Iza Calzado. Isa siyang actress na naaksidente at kinulong sa bahay. At first, parang kwento lang ng trauma. Pero the twist, hindi mo na alam kung anong totoo. Hallucination ba to? Reality? Dream? The film constantly breaks the fourth wall and you're trapped in her mind. The horror isn't the blood or screaming, it's the loss of control, identity, and agency. Kung nabitin ka sa mga twist na to, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Mas marami pa tayong ilalantad na pelikulang Pinoy na kala mo simpleng kwento lang. Pero pag pinanood mo ng buo, mas masakit pa sa plot twist ng buhay. May movie ka bang gustong ipasama sa susunod? I-comment mo lang. Baka, yan na ang next nating i-explain. Salamat sa panunood. Kita-kits sa next video.